it's Matty coming at you with another Planet Coaster episode. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video. And today we are having a look at Choctaw Landing, created by ThunderThegriffin. Now, I actually met ThunderThegriffin in a Twitch stream that I did a couple of weeks ago. And as we were chatting in this stream, he said that he had done this park on the PlayStation Workshop. So I asked him if he'd like me to do a spotlight, and he said yes. So here we go. So let's have a look at this park on the workshop, shall we? So situated just outside Jackson, Mississippi, Choctaw Landing offers thrills for everyone. So nice and short and sweet. So let's hop into this park. So here we are at the main entrance. Now I do really like this entrance. I love the way that you've done this little kind of courtyard. I think it looks really, really good. This building is fantastic. Some really great shaping around there as well. I like how you've got the sign for Choctaw Landing above the entrance. A nice, simple yet effective entranceway. I'm a big fan of that. Maybe what I would have been tempted to do is either use some terrain paint to like kind of fill out this entire area, or even kind of like maybe just block, like kind of put the pathing so you can create a courtyard, so all of this is like kind of one big courtyard potentially. But as we go through the spotlight, I think paint tool is something that I am going to keep coming back to. I won't try and keep badgering on about it, but certainly paint tool is one of the big things that I have noticed in this park. And maybe here, kind of like with the fact that you've got the water here, maybe if you were to turn that into a water feature, maybe just drop the ground down a little bit and turn that into a pond, especially with kind of like the water coming up behind the sign. I think that maybe that would have made a bit more sense. But besides that, I do love this entrance. I think it's really good. I think it does need a little bit of work, but I think with a bit of tweaking this could be absolutely mega. But let's come through the entranceway here, and as soon as we come through, I love how many things you can see. So you've got this wooden coaster that goes straight the way above, and you've got the big wheel over there as well. So that looks really good. And let's go left, shall we? So let's walk underneath the wooden coaster, so I like that. And let's have a walk down here. Right, so where does this bring us out? Right, so there is the exit for the wheel. And then we've got this flat ride here. So, very minimal theming around the ride. It would have been nice to see just more theming around this flat ride. Even if it is if you just use like foliage and plants and bushes and things like that. Again, utilise the paint tool just to kind of like incorporate it into the area a little bit smoother. We've got a block of toilets here, and there's another path there. That was just the exit. And let's walk around here. So I believe this will just bring us to the entrance to the wheel, which it does. And we've got this coaster that's going right over the top of us as well, and right through the wheel as well. That's a cool effect. I'm looking forward to going on that a bit later on. Let's have a walk around here. That's a great inversion as well. Oh, it's not really an inversion, is it? It's just a slight curvature, like going over the track. That looks ace. I'm really looking forward to going on that. So we walk down here, and we've got a balloon shop. I like what you've done there, putting the balloons across the top. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before. That's a really cool effect. Let's have a walk down here. I mean, this is brilliant. This is really nice. Really great sightline. So we've got another flat ride here. So we've got this eagle one. Eagle. And there's actually a little bit more theming around this one as well. So that's basically kind of what I was saying for the first one. So just like put some trees around it, put some flowers around it. And that one does actually look incorporated in a little bit better than the other one did. So yeah, great job with that. Let's come out the exit. And we've got all these shops here. So we've got the hot dogs, fries, pizza, chief beef, the Mexilante, the pip shot, the gulpy, and the donuts. Yeah, good job with that. And I like how you've got all your benches out here as well. Oh, there's Tommy's favourite mascot. There you go, Tommy. Hope you enjoyed that. And what have we got over here? So we've got a staff room there. Two staff rooms. There. And what's down here? Oh, right. So this goes to the log flume. So let's have a walk down this queue. We're going to skip over everybody. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is not the log flume. I'm sorry. This is the wooden coaster. So let's have a look at the stats, shall we? So Land Rumbler. Stats are a little bit low, but doesn't matter. But the G-forces are some good limits there. So let's have a ride. Enjoy, guys. That was absolutely fantastic. That was really, really good wooden coaster. There were certain parts that I felt needed smoothing a little bit. Some of the corners did feel a little bit on the sharp side, so could have done with some slight smoothing just to make it transition just that ever so slightly better. But the general layout and the idea behind it was absolutely spot on. The interaction that it has with the wheel and the flat rides that go around it was really, really good. It was literally just some of them corners. I felt that it did turn quite quickly. If I can find one in particular. So it all felt okay there. Now here I felt it needed a bit of smoothing. And there in particular, it did feel like kind of it threw you a little bit there. But other than that, really, really good coaster. So yeah, fantastic work with that. So let's hop out to the exit and have a walk down here. Right, so we'll walk past the staff rooms. We have a nice big water feature in the middle. You know me, I do love my water. Just again with the paint tool around there. Thundy, I do actually have a water features tutorial on my channel, how to like kind of put water features into your park. I don't know, maybe if that would be something that would interest you and maybe help you in the future moving on to your next parks. Well, let's have a walk down here. I'm not sure how we get to that log flume. I'm sure we'll find it in a moment. So we've got the ventilation on the side of the building. That's a nice touch for that realism side. I like the decoration on the back of this building. That foliage going up, that looks really nice. Oh, we're following the cow. Sorry, Tommy. Right, and let's have a walk down here. Right, so we've got another ride there, but we'll come back to that in a second, because what I want to do is try and get to that log flume. We've got... what's in here? Oh, that's a cool idea. How you put the slot machine, like the claw machines, the... yeah, all them machines in the barn. That's a really good idea. I like that. So there's the exit for that ride there. This is a good idea. How you've used the natural path all around here. That incorporates really well, and it's just this little walkway as well. So I'm not sure if the guests would actually use it or not. Oh, looks like they are actually. Oh no, tell a lie. No, they didn't. So we've got a carousel here. Got some more food and drinks coming down here. And we've got more food and drinks. And we've got another ride there. So, right, there's the entrance for that one. And here, this must be the entrance for the log flume. Here we go. Right, so let's have a walk up here. Now, because log flumes tend to be quite on the long side, what we're going to do is just go for an imaginary one. I really like the station build that you've done here. With the gap at the top. That looks really good. But let's have a imaginary ride on this, shall we? So, dropping straight down straight away. Going through the trees. I love this, how it goes underneath the wooden coaster. So the ride interaction that you've got is spot on. All the rides seem to interact with each other. Let's go up here. Oh, this is unique. Don't tend to see that very often with a log flume. A dropping down corner. That's very original. Let's just watch this one go down, shall we? Let's just see how much momentum it picks up as it goes down. Oh, they like it. Yeah, they do like that. And then we've got a drop here. And again, it goes over that other ride as well. Just so much ride interaction in this park. Big climb here. That's a huge climb. The relatively small drop. And then into another drop again. Up here. And up again. And then it just kind of like slowly comes back round to the station. I love the idea behind that. I think it's such a unique log flume. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. I love the ride interaction. How it's always going under and above rides. I think that's fantastic. One of the only things I would potentially say about that is the whole ride feels a little bit on the high side. Now, I know, of course, you need it to be high to have this ride interaction, but what I would have potentially done is maybe use some terrain forming around that to make it look so it's not so high, so make it look like it's on a mountain kind of thing. And you can have like some of these rides kind of like going through cave systems, which would look like really cool. So all of this, for example, could all be lifted up and put on a mountain, and then the wooden coaster here could go through a cave system. The yellow coaster over there could go through a cave system as well, just to make it look like the log flume is not so high up off the ground, because certainly you would never generally see anything like this that high up above the ground. So maybe if you were like able to hide that or something with the terrain, I know that would be quite tricky, but if you're able to pull it off, I think that would look absolutely incredible. But yeah, I love the idea. I love the theming behind it. Maybe just the execution just needed just a bit of slight tweaking is all. But let's go on this yellow coaster, shall we? So here we go, down here. So this looks like a kiddie coaster kind of thing. What even is that? Do you know what? I don't even recognise that coaster. What even is it? A hypercoaster equalizer, Hornet. You know what? I genuinely don't even recognise that car. Huh, go figure. But stats, again, a little bit on the low side. But the G-forces are good. So, let's go for a ride on this, shall we? Brilliant. I thought that was absolutely ace. What I would personally do is I would actually just do the one train on that. I think that is what is dragging the excitement down so much. I would remove all this brake run here. And I would probably start the brakes maybe just around here potentially. Have the one train only. In fact, yeah, have the one train only, just have this brake run here, and then just let it kind of like come into the station a bit smoother, and I think that would take you to green across the board, potentially. But I loved the interaction, again, with the log flume as it goes around. Just again, it would have been nice to see a bit more theming. It seems to be a bit of a consistent theme working throughout the park at the moment. The rides are brilliant. The rides are really, really good. It's just obviously there's so many like levels to Planet Coaster. It's not just about building a coaster. You can build the best coasters in the world, but then if you don't hit the theming as well, it can bring it down. So maybe just spend a bit more time working on the theming and the idea and the story behind the ride as well, because this park is only on 55% on a PS5, so I believe that would probably be about 80% on a PS4, so you've still got quite a lot of percentage to play with. So you could still go around and decorate this park and theme these rides, and it would be mega, and I'd be more than happy to come back and have another look at this with some more theming afterwards, if you were to add more to this. But what have we got over here? So this looks like potentially another kiddie coaster again, is it maybe? Oh no, it's not. It's one of the spinning ones, which looks like it's potentially got way too many cars for how many. No, right, okay. Move the exit. Move the exit to that, because what they're doing is they're exiting the ride, and then they're having to walk all the way down here before they get off, and then as they get off is when the next people get on, look. So, even though like kind of there are people there ready to get on, they're waiting until they actually exit out of the ride here. So make sure that the exit, they can just jump straight off. I'm just trying to have a look around here. Maybe if you were to put the exit here, you know. If you were to put the exit there, they'd literally jump straight off, and the second they exited the gates there, the next people could then jump on. And the exit could kind of like come down here, maybe up and over, and then over there maybe, as a bit of an idea. But anyway, enough talking, let's go for a ride on this, shall we? So once again, really another good coaster. Could have done with potentially a little bit of slight smoothing, but not a lot, really. There's nothing wrong with your coaster builds at all. The coaster builds are spot on. I'm really enjoying the rides that we're going on. But let's hop out of this exit. Let's have a walk down here. So we've got this green coaster to our left. Got another block of toilets here. And we come to this queue here. So once again, just with the exits, just be mindful of where you're putting the exits for your rides, because if you can see, you've got a train that's now waiting to come into the station because it took so long for the guests to get off the rides. If I just speed that up just for a second, let's just let this car pull in. And if we watch the people exit the ride, all these guys are ready to get onto the train, but they're just stood waiting until all these have exited. So same as the other one, if you were to like put the exit right there, they'd be able to jump off a lot quicker and then get these people on quicker as well. But let's have a look at the stats first, shall we? So, nope, that's a guess, Matty. So we've got Forest Runner. So the stats are a little bit on the lower side, but you would expect that with a kiddie coaster. But the stats are good, so let's go for a ride. Now, in the interests of being honest, because I always am, and there's no point in not being if I'm doing these spotlights, I would possibly say that that was my least favourite ride of the park so far. I think for a children's ride, I think it was a bit too extreme. I think it was too fast. It definitely needed smoothing, and the whole thing just needs slowing down ever so slightly. For what the ride actually is, it just seemed very, very fast, and way too extreme. Bearing in mind that this is like the type of ride that young children would go on, it just seems very, very fast. This is supposed to be an introduction for younger children to go on to these extreme rides, and that would potentially put them off for life, to be honest. So maybe just, I think the first lift hill was a bit too high. So maybe just slow it down ever so slightly, so it just kind of like slows down all the way around the ride, possibly. But let's hop out to the exit. Let's have a walk down here. So we walk past all these shops again. Oh, let's just hop over the bench, mate. And we walk down here, and we go left here. So we've got the, is that the hotel, is it? Yeah, we've got a hotel there. And we've got a ride exit up there. And we've got a ride entrance for something here. So let's have a walk up there. This is a nice popular ride. So what have we got here? So this is Blazing Eagle. Let's just very quickly pause that before it goes off. Oh, there we go. Got green across the board. Brilliant. The G-forces are quite high. Generally you want to try and keep them under 6, but let's go for a ride on Blazing Eagle. So far, that was the new best ride of the park. Once again, it did require some smoothing, but besides that, really good coaster, good layout, kept a good speed all the way around, some really good inversions and some airtime, some good drops, good sight lines of the park as it went around. Yeah, that was my favourite one of the park so far. And I believe we have only got 2 coasters left. It's nice to see some terrain forming as well. I believe this is the only area of the park where you've actually done any terrain forming, so it's nice to see some elevation changes as you go around the park. So let's have a walk around here. Oh, we missed this flat ride here, and there's also a queue line there, so that must be for the wooden coaster. So we've got the flat ride here, and this brings us back to where we were before. So let's just turn back around and let's go this way, and let's go to this mine train. Oh, I like this queue line. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, that is ace. How the queue line goes underneath the coaster. Let's go down here. Oh, that is brilliant. The best theming of the park. The way that you've got the queue line coming underground and everything. And this is called Choctaw Mine. So not quite green across the board, but not far off. G-forces, again, a little bit high, but I'm not bothered because this looks ace. So let's go for a ride on this now. The further around the park we get, the better it's getting. It's like every ride that we go on, I'm like, okay, that's an improvement upon the last one, that's an improvement upon the last one. And once again, that was just fantastic. Same again with the exits. I'm not going to keep badgering about it because I've already said how to do these exits, so I don't want to kind of like keep repeating myself. That's the best theming of the park. The fact that it starts underground, it comes up above the ground, spends most of its time in the mines. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Once again, bit of smoothing, that's it. And again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but yeah, absolutely brilliant work on that. And we come around here to the final ride of the park. So let's have a walk up this queue. Let's just pause that before that train disappears. So what have we got here? So this is Pride of Flight. So stats again a little bit low, but G-force is just within the limits. So let's go for a final ride in the park, shall we? We truly did save the best till last there, didn't we? That coaster was awesome. Best coaster of the park. We did save the best till last. The reason that the stats are so low is because it's being held for so long at the top. So you just need to work on the block brakes a little bit to get that working a little bit better, so it's not stopping up the top for so long, because it's losing so much excitement and fear as it just sits there waiting for so long. But besides that, the rest of the coaster was absolutely fantastic, and I believe that is the park done, you know. I think so. Let's just double check. How would you get round to here? Is there a cut through there? Maybe a little cut through there would have been handy, you know, just so the guests haven't got to walk all the way around the park just to get to this one ride. But as a closing overview, so oh, let's just have a very quick look at this. I'm sorry, we didn't look at this. I like how you put that in the middle there. We didn't have a look at that, I'm sorry. So yeah, closing out thoughts. Your coaster builds are amazing. They do require a little bit of work with smoothing, with block sections, with the exits, maybe the number of trains on them. But besides that, the rides themselves are ace. I really enjoyed going on a lot of the rides in that park. My biggest critique of the park, unfortunately, would be the theming. You just need to be utilising the terrain feature more. It was nice to see you use it over there, but I would have liked to have seen more terrain around the park, more paint tool, more foliage. You've still got another probably 20% to play with, so just go around and like kind of finish decorating the park. I know this spotlight may have come across as overly critical. I apologise if that was the way it came across. I wasn't meaning to be critical, more constructive criticism. I'm hoping that a lot of the stuff that I have said in this spotlight has been of benefit to you, rather than upset you or dishearten you, because I think you're onto something. I really do, and I would love for you to persevere with this, and I'm very excited to see what you do in a future park as well. Because your coasters are ace. It is literally just the theming that needs more. Go and check out other spotlights, whether that be myself or M&J Games, Tommy CM, Channel 5 Gaming. It's not stealing, it's taking inspiration. Look at other people's parks, look at how they theme them, look at what they do, kind of like transitioning areas and things like that, and just take some ideas for that as well. What I better do as well is I just better have a quick look at the park at night. So we'll just have a very quick look at night. Right, so the park doesn't really have any lighting, so to speak. So again, I would just refer back to my previous point of just look at other people's parks, see what they do. But please carry on. Please make sure you carry on playing this game and working on it, because I can see potential with what you're doing. So yeah, great job. Keep up the good work. And thank you to all of you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the spotlight. I will see you tomorrow for another spotlight. But thank you ever so much. Take care, stay safe, look after yourselves. Please consider joining my Discord. I'll leave the link down below. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you tomorrow for another spotlight. Bye everybody.